What's happening, Hardscapers? Today we're doing a French drain. Let's get into this. Can I use this to build a French drain? Well, let's see. You can see we already tried to get a Mini X in here, and in my infinite wisdom, I measured the gate 32 inches from here to here and thought, well, the tracks, they contract to 28 inches, should have lots of room and be able to get into the backyard. Well, yeah, I got to this point and I knew I could fit through there, but just barely, because the butt of the mini excavator is 32 inches. So I could get through here. Problem is, I didn't think about this, and this is 28 inches from gas line to fence, and that is where this thing comes in handy. Somewhat, I could have done it without it for the most part. It's a lot of hand digging, but what it did help with was getting a nice straight line for our trenches. Not so much this one, but more so for these, and for this one to get a nice straight line. Though this soil is easy to get a shovel into, so it's not where like it's clay where it's difficult, so it might have saved me a little bit. But as always, this screw, if you saw our original video, which I'll link it into the description, this screw, which is one of these guys, constantly comes out. Yes, the most commented thing is use Loctite. I've used it, it hasn't worked, and I've lost the final screw that I have, and this is a screw that I cannot find. And I've had a difficult time with my dealer trying to get one, so I don't know, maybe that's hanging it up for the Geo Ripper, because this thing has just been a pain, and the chain loosens up fairly easily. I can't see this being much more handy anymore in my business, but I used it for this French drain to see if it was a little bit more helpful. So what I did was I trenched the two sides, and that allowed me to get my shovel in nice squares and pry it up and get nice squares of sod, and that did help for getting it down there. That being said, when I did lose the chain and when I did lose the screw, it wasn't that much of more of an effort to have to hand dig it. So did it save me a little bit? Yeah, but ultimately if you can get a Mini X, use the Mini X. So the chain came off once again as I lost that final screw that I have as excess. Can't get another one, so probably retiring this piece of equipment. It's also got screws just flying off it. I don't even know where that one came from. Can't find it. I think this is a retirement for the Geo Ripper. Now this is not a drainage channel, but we are typically installing drainage in lots of our different projects, especially retaining walls, open graded base projects. And whenever we're installing a French drain, what we're doing is we're just creating a cavity for this water to flow into. So it's not standing water in yards where that yard is filling up with water. It's after rain falls, that yard is really squishy when you're walking on it. So we just want an area for that water to go into a cavity. That's what that perforated pipe is for in that trench, just to increase that area and to direct that water following a slope using that perforated pipe to move that water. So it's essentially a trench. We go a minimum of 12 inches deep, typically upwards of 16 inches, just depending on the slope and the grade of the yard. And we go at least 12 inches wide. That gives us enough room for a 4-inch perforated pipe, a non-woven geotextile separating it from the subsoil, and then 3/4 inch clear around it. You can even already see in this corner here, water starting to come in. So I just dug this and we're already seeing that water coming in from the sides of the trench and from the bottom. When I initially dug it, there was no water. So that water is just following the path of least resistance into that trench, which is a good sign. And this is our 4-inch perforated pipe going in. We got a nice slope coming down into a pop-up emitter down there. Downspouts tied into it there and there. And our non-woven geotextile is going to wrap to the bottom, 3/4 inch clear on top, and then wrap on top. And we'll also cut off the excess that's on top as well, so we're not doubling it up. There's 3/4 going down. You can see we've got enough fabric to wrap it. So we'll just continue down here, filling about 6 inches of 3/4 inch on top and about 4 inches on either side. Now we complete the burrito wrap by wrapping one side and then doing a slight overlap, not too much, and then our soil and sod will go on top of that. Wrapped up here, pop-up emitter, downspout. I just threw some sand down for the client they want to play with this walkway a little bit. And we got to put some seed down. We put some sod. All the way through here and out down that way. Hey, I hope this video's helped you in some way. If it has, please give this video a like, comment below any questions that you may have, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more hardscaping content like this. Thank you so much for watching.